King Lear had been growing old and weary, ruling the kingdom for so many years. He decides to split up the land of his kingdom between his 3 daughters and has set a test to determine which daughter loves him the most. The two oldest daughters, Goneril and Regan, dramatically profess their love in order to win over their father's heart. However, Cordelia, the youngest and wisest, expresses her love simply. King Lear takes this as offensive and disowns her on the spot, and refuses to give her any of his wealth. After Cordelia leaves with her new husband, the King of France, King Lear divides his kingdom between his two oldest daughters, and announces that he will spend time with both daughters. While King Lear is dealing with his family, Shakespeare also adds a subplot where it shows Gloucester's family and their troubles. Around the town, Gloucester shamelessly announces that Edmund is a bastard, and because of this, Edmund grows a bitter heart. He then is able to trick everyone into thinking that Edgar is out and trying to kill Gloucester. Edgar decides to flee, disguising himself as poor Tom. As King Lear visits his daughter Goneril's home, he is met with concern. Goneril is tired of entertaining all 100 Lear's knights, and argues that her castle is a home, not a brothel. But the main reason she is complaining is because she is also afraid of her father taking back his land by force, with the help of his 100 knights. He takes offense to this and heads straight back for Regan's castle. At Regan's castle, he complains that Goneril is ungrateful, but what Lear doesn't realize is that both Goneril and Regan are teaming up against their father. They demand him to reduce his army down to only 25 men. He takes offense to this again, and he realizes that his daughters don't truly love him, and that this only invalidates what little power he has left. He then runs out straight into a storm out of frustration. He realizes that after being stripped by the storm, that he should have cared more for the beggar population in his kingdom, and that everybody, both king and beggar, are vulnerable. Gloucester decides to help Lear and his men by giving them shelter and leaving them with Cordelia and her French army awaiting for battle. However, Gloucester is then punished for helping Lear, and Cornwall tucks an eye out from his face. Cornwall is then killed by one of Gloucester's servants, who was then killed by Regan. Now that Cornwall is dead, this leaves Regan as a widow and available for Edmund to wed her. This is what starts the feud between Regan and Goneril. During his journey to King Lear, Gloucester is met by Oswald, and he tries to kill Gloucester, but he is intervened by poor Tom, aka Edgar. Edgar kills Oswald and finds out that Edmund had been part of this whole operation through the letters in Oswald's pockets. After the reunion, Cordelia's French forces are captured, and Cordelia and Lear are taken captive. Edmund takes this opportunity to order the executions. While Lear and Cordelia are waiting for the executions, Regan and Goneril fight over who gets Edmund. Albany, Goneril's current husband, charges Edmund and Goneril with treason and having an affair and attempted murder. However, before Edmund can be taken to prison, Edmund finally gets his revenge and kills his brother. After Edmund's lost, Regan dies due to being poisoned by Goneril, followed by Goneril's suicide. Before Edmund's death, he warns that he has sent people to execute Cordelia and Lear, and that they had better act quickly. However, it is too late for Cordelia, as she has already been hung. King Lear dies of a broken heart with Cordelia in his arms.
Created using Powtoon.